Welcome back to Dragon Age The Veilguard. This will be the first video we have that is with the new microphone. So if the microphone's a little bit too loud right now, I'm sorry, but we are still trying to figure out everything with it. So it'll be dwelled into it by hopefully next episode. Hope everyone's doing good. It's a little bit of a late session for me, so you're gonna have to bear with me for some things. And where we left off was a codex read through, and I gave you my thoughts, the name, and how the community is taking it. We are now back. First off, we are definitely going to go and talk to all three of our teammates. Harding has some type of conversation she wants to do with us. The other two do not, but I would like to follow up and see how they feel about everything, so forth. So let's get right into it. There's no codexes, we've already done that. And let's go here and check on Harding. And what is this? What is this little present we have here? A command armor note. I guess the chest got lost in the fade, and somehow someone shepherded it to our doorstep. It's just me, or does the armor look somehow familiar, like something an old friend would wear? And we got some appearance stuff. The caretaker workshop. Upgrading your equipment at the caretaker workshop increases item statistics. Finding another version of an existing item or purchasing it from a merchant will increase the item's statistics while also unlocking new properties. Pursue both paths to bring out your equipment's full potential. Empowering the workshop. By collecting mementos out in the world will let you upgrade the caretaker's workshop. Upgrading it will increase the number of enchantments on offer and increase the power level of all weapons you can find or purchase while venturing. So the things I can upgrade. I'm actually surprised I had to unlock it, but that's fine. Let's go talk to Hardy. See how Hardy is here.
Toldar, it's a tunnel. Vedun gar velos atredum. But velos atredum is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger, the prayer, the proclamation, Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
You're cute when you're focused.
You're not hearing a word I'm saying, are you?
Uh-huh.
You know you're adorable, right?
Sure, whatever you think is best. Huh? What? What's happened?
I said you're adorable.
You're poking fun at me.
Maybe a little. Not that you're not adorable. Anyway, is everything okay?
Oh, yeah. There's just a lot to go through.
So, what's Isatunal?
When I say Isatunal, does it mean anything to you? Does it stir anything in you?
No.
And you're a dwarf. Huh. So that's interesting. Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time. All spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
What's important is that you're happy.
Happy? Happy's not it. Whole. Right, maybe. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Starting up and say, nope, that's all she has. Which makes sense, she was kind of part of the whole thing. But let's see how Ned feels about this. She was there for the initial battle. So it's only fair that we check in for her.
Couldn't be one god, it had to be three.
Wait, that room wasn't there before. I don't think. Therefore, Harding must have put my pack here. It makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
On Lighthouse. The ancient logbook is filled with the meticulous Velfire ruins. Though it is encoded, flickering through it offers vignettes of borrowed memory. Fearful refugees are ushered to the lighthouse through alluvions, emerging from the infirmary and libraries of soldiers, spies, and scholars. Gardeners plant long extinct herbs that grow are harvested and wither in the blink of an eye. The sharp smell of distilled medicine wafts from a window, and poison for the enemy drips into a vial. The arguments of a war council go on late into the night. Forbidden songs are sung freely, with filthy lyrics substituted for Elvenair's names. Finally, a heated conversation silhouetted against glass, with quick shadows darting behind it. The argument ends with the wordless but unspoken person. You summon them. You feed them. Alright, let's unpack.
Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solus, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done. If I'm the one who's got to get it done, I should stop admiring myself and get to work. Every time I look at this, I can hear that little girl thanking me for saving her village from Darkspawn. She said that since the Grey Wardens didn't have griffins anymore, I could have hers. If I hadn't been there, I'd never have met Varric. And never had to deal with the First Warden complaining I ignored orders. But if it was worth rushing in to save the village instead of waiting for reinforcements, it was worth dealing with the consequences too. A peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me he always admired dwarven craftsmanship, especially with anything made from stone. Called us an impressive people. He had fancy silks from Orlais, statuettes from the wilds down south. I could have listened to stories all night about places he'd been. Now I'm getting to see some of those places myself.
I like how much that changes compared to what background you picked, because that wasn't like that.
A meditation upon the use of blades. Must have read this thing cover to cover a dozen times during weapons training. Working drills until I had the perfect strike ready to face anything. Everything came so easily back then. Right. That's better. Now, how do I connect to Solus? Just sleep or relaxing? Maybe if I clear my mind.
I guess before we do that, I do want to show an idiot. Think back. Meditate.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. You could not possibly be here to take advice from the one you called the Elven God of Lies.
Yet here I am.
This has been a big week for running into things I didn't think were possible.
You are adapting quickly?
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
I stopped you, didn't I?
You disrupted the ritual.
Yeah, I did. Even though I'm nowhere near as powerful as you.
Your plan is to tell me how powerful you aren't?
Back in the Grey Wardens, I was with a group of recruits outside this village dealing with the Darkspawn incursion. Our orders were to wait for reinforcements, but we knew that by the time they arrived, everyone in that village would be dead.
So you led your team of recruits in anyway, collapsing the tunnel and saving the village.
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that powerful opposition doesn't frighten me. I find a way to get the job done whatever it takes.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The Elven Gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
The Blight didn't escape with the gods?
Algernon and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the Blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
Correct.
I don't understand. Elgernon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the Elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the Blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation, and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
The rest of the Blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the Blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth, and led to the Blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the Blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
Then we shut down whatever they need to do to free the Blight.
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed 2 things, and the Blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
You think they want the elves back? I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted murderous monsters.
Agreed. Elganan and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganan and Gillenane.
Thank you. I'll go poke at the cruel and the corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
There we go. Now we've got the. I was ahead of myself. My bad. You have acquired a new appearance for your equipment. Appearance can be modified in the wardrobe. So this is what I was talking about. So let's say you don't like that helmet, you can do different helmet. We are gonna rock the. That's the Mass Effect one. Rock that one, or do you want to rock this one? I kind of want to rock this one, not gonna lie. This one looks cool. And then we also got these guys. So this is an assassin. Command. Comes in. Boom, boom. You know I gotta rock that. That's the Mass Effect one we got for N7 Day, which is dope ass shit looking. But we're gonna rock this guy for a little bit, just because it's cool. And yeah, so we don't have much here at all that we can run, so we can do that. We could change the way this looks if we wanted to, make it look like a hand-to-hand, but I don't want to do any of the weapons. Any of the weapons that we switch out will look the way they're supposed to. You could do your other characters also if you are so inclined. But yeah, we're not going to do any of that right now. Talk to Bear. Let's go see what Bear is up to. Barrett, what are you doing, big boy?
So Solus told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demeter's crossing.
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I can't replace you, dude.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? I watched you lead a few misfit recruits and push back one of the biggest darkspawn hordes I've ever seen.
Just needed to find the right strategy.
And no other warden found it. You stopped that horde. Had to drop a town hall on it, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
There is something. Demeter's Crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You sent him to the wardens, right?
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solus in the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
He's the god of lies and he's inside my head, Varric. How do you think I feel about that?
Fair enough. But Nev's a great mage. If you need her to whip up a ward to keep him out of your mind, she can. But you haven't asked her to. Why not?
Solus is our best source of information about these elven gods. We can't stop them without what he knows.
So you're making the decision to keep talking with him?
Yeah.
You're making a choice. Stay careful, stay worried, but don't beat yourself up about doing what you have to do.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
Oh, no. I have some questions that I need answering to, please.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here. But you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Valara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows.
You want to fight gods with assassins?
Not just any assassin, their most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
Working with a feared mage killer doesn't bother you?
If he doesn't have a contract out on me, it's not a problem.
It's a fancy name. Can he back it up?
That's the question. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the Crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
This is great. Thanks, Nev.
It's what I'm here for.
You said the crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter authority.
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
These people sound great. I mean, if they're anything like you.
No one's as good as they seem, but they try.
So we talked to the crows in Antiva and the shadow dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either, if Balara's ready for us.
Yeah. Should check how things are going.
Almost there. I just have to... Shit! Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I've got it. Mostly. Mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion. There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Alluvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Vir of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder...
If you have an idea what that place is, Balara, share it. We don't have time to waste.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Alluvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solus. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
Who the fuck are you?
Who are you? And how did you get here?
The Wolf's Fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more... sad.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
And we still don't know what this Alluvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Codex. Magic Dampener's notes. Initial notes on the Dampener's operation. Dampener creates a counter resonance to the Fade. That's why it's safe to live here. No one's been torn apart yet that I know of. But the counter resonance from the Dampener is tuned to the specific part of the Fade. The more you move away from the spot, the less effective it will be. There's a theory that every mage has a unique resonance. The way they touch magic is a little bit different. Theoretically, could you tune the dampener to a person's resonance instead? Make it so they couldn't use magic? Would it be hard to figure out someone's specific resonance? Would need examples of their magic. Need third volume of Harris collected essays. We'll ask the professor if he has it. Balara. What you doing, Balara? What are you saying? We are not going to start that. Because I don't. So, okay. So this episode didn't really have much in it. Not going to lie to you. You know what, actually? Nah, let's keep her going. Yeah, we're going to leave Laura here in case this thing's How's everyone doing? There's a lot of
Hello again. Who are you?
A caretaker. I go where I am needed, Dweller. Now, I am here.
And where is here?
The Crossroads.
Are we safe here, or are we gonna get swarmed by more demons?
The Evanurus hunger for the Crossroads. Their influence is spreading. Blight, death, madness. They send their minions to claim this place. The Crossroads is in a time of need, Dweller. I cannot protect you.
You don't have to. If you're standing against the gods, then consider us reinforcements.
Cool. Super, super duper cool. Let's go, some shit up.
Can't travel this way.
The gods want to cut us off from the Crossroads.
Mirrors upon mirrors. This place is amazing. June's normal alluvian functions with twin lyrium fragrance. One always leads to another. Solus somehow talked the Crossroads into making fade alluvians that override them. His own network to run our rebellion. Provided you ignore all the old stories about holding mirrors up to mirrors and getting caught in infinite reflection.
Yeah, this dock seems sturdy. So you can ferry us to the other islands?
Winds await, Dweller.
I'll take that as a yes.
To other shores. The spirits here were driven out. Refugees now from the gods' minions. I have summoned the guardians of the Crossroads to protect them. Beware. The guardians repel all interlopers.
Which means us, too.
Fate Tear. That's where they're breaking through.
Gods and their fate tearing. Let's cut them off!
End it now! From a distance!
That the last of them?
The gods' blight and blood magic has sealed the way. Only their champion may open it.
A champion?
It dwells on this island. Challenge the champion and claim its essence. This path will open to you.
The Guardians can't hold them off for long. Ugh. Is there something inside it? That's the champion we're looking for. Watch yourselves.
Whatever that creature left might be handy for us.
That's the essence we need. It's cold. Oh, hope I don't have to carry it for too long. An altar to a wolf. Bet I know who that's for.
It's for our friend Solus. I'll take that. I like that. That was pretty cool. Studying the unmappable. This appears to be a piece of litter. Closer inspection reveals that that it's an obsessively drawn map folded like a Ravani paper toy. Unfolding it creates a three-dimensional model of something. A scrolled note is visible. I refuse to be beaten. These are reflections of true places. They have logical form. Therefore, these streets and their origin points can be mapped as anywhere else. I have charted the shifting, intertwining dreams of a primordial sloth demon and its victims. I will not be bested by architecture. My mentor keeps whining. Some things are unknowable. Viren, you're courting madness, Viren. Will I say to him, would a mad woman concoct an entirely new schema of wisp mapping and incantation just for this? The rest is unreadable. That was companions can be called upon to help the lame dagger, even when they're not in party. So this is the one thing I will say I kind of don't like. The reason why I don't like it, in other games, it required you to go back to places. Now you do all the time. I get it saves time, which I like, but that I would rather have to, be like, oh man, bring the wrong person. Now I'm gonna go like, because you can go back to those places, not like you can. And I come back, and then that's all I gotta say.
Done!
City, I'm dreaming, but this time I know who I am. Even if I didn't, this place would tell me. I'd never dream of a place like this. Cities are full of people. An empty city is the bones of a good meal. A reminder that makes a hungry woman sad. Susan Kravazil, Janine Circle, E20, Lust.
As the gods' champion passed freely, so will you.
Sounds like a fun old time right there, bye.
That's a lot of Illuvians, and they're all intact. I wonder where they lead.
Time to find out.
Just okay, so we got 2 quests. Well, first, we got some plotter stuff here. After opening the way to the Crossroads, Villager Brother works tirelessly to master the secrets of the ancient archive spirit known as the Nadas Durathalan. What she finds could change Earthen Forest forever. So we do have 2 quests we could do. We can go back to Docktown. And by back, I mean go to Docktown and meet up with the Shadow Dragons. Or we can head to Treviso and get and meet the Crows. Okay? We'll probably go and do Docktown when we come back. And when we do come, and then when we come back, we'll do that and all that fun stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the first episode with the new mic, so I'm going to be doing a couple sessions here, and hopefully I get some answers and see how the video comes out. Otherwise, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any comments about the mic setup, if it's too loud, comment that down in the comment section, please, and I'll try to tweak it for the next time. And you know what? If you want, you can check out my channel and watch some other stuff and hit that subscribe button. We do live stream from time to time. We've been live streaming the Elden Ring since the new DLC came out, and I have never beaten a From Software game. But yeah, if you subscribe, you'll get notification letting you know I'm on. So yeah, until next time. Peace.